Before the rise of modern graphics and open world adventures, there was a golden age of gaming that laid the foundation for everything we love today. From pixelated classics to groundbreaking innovations, these early games shaped the industry and captured our imaginations. In this video, we'll revisit some of the most iconic titles that defined the pre-2000 gaming era. Whether it's platformers that challenged our reflexes, RPGs that drew us into epic stories, or strategy games that tested our tactical skills, these gems remain timeless. Get ready to rediscover the games that started it all and left an indelible mark on our gaming history. Super Mario Bros. 3, 1988 is a legendary platformer game developed and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It remains one of the most iconic and influential titles in video game history. Players control Mario or Luigi as they travel through 8 distinct worlds to rescue Princess Toadstool from the villainous Bowser and his 7 Koopalings. Each world features a unique theme, such as desert landscapes, icy terrains, and sky-based levels, offering a variety of challenges and environments. The game introduced numerous power-ups that added depth and variety to the gameplay, such as the Super Leaf, Tanuki Suit, Frog Suit, and Hammer Suit. Super Mario Bros. 3's vibrant graphics and creative mechanics set a new standard for platformers. The game's success cemented Mario's status as a cultural icon and left a lasting legacy that continues to influence game design today. Its enduring popularity is a testament to its quality and the joy it has brought to millions of players worldwide. Doom, released in 1993, is a groundbreaking first-person shooter developed by ID Software. Set on the moons of Mars, the game thrusts players into the role of a space marine battling hordes of demonic creatures unleashed from hell. Doom revolutionized the gaming industry with its fast-paced action, immersive 3D environments, and pioneering use of networked multiplayer for deathmatches. The gameplay is characterized by its intense combat, maze-like levels, and atmospheric design. Players navigate through dark corridors and eerie landscapes, collecting keycards to unlock new areas and uncovering hidden secrets along the way. Doom also introduced a moddable game engine, leading to a robust community of player-created content and extending the game's longevity. Its success not only cemented ID Software's reputation, but also set the standard for future FPS games, influencing titles like Quake and Halo. Even decades later, Doom remains a beloved classic, celebrated for its impact on gaming culture and its enduring, adrenaline-fueled gameplay. Street Fighter II is a classic fighting game developed and published by Capcom. It revolutionized the fighting game genre with its introduction of unique character moves, combos, and competitive multiplayer gameplay. Players can choose from a diverse roster of fighters, each with distinct fighting styles and special abilities, including iconic characters like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and Guile. The game features one-on-one combat, where players must deplete their opponent's health bar to win. It introduced mechanics such as special moves, performed by executing specific button combinations, and the ability to string together moves to create combos. The detailed and vibrant graphics combined with a memorable soundtrack added to its appeal. Street Fighter II became a massive hit in arcades and on home consoles, spawning numerous sequels and adaptations. Its impact on gaming culture is profound, setting the standard for future fighting games and establishing competitive gaming communities. Even today, Street Fighter II is celebrated for its gameplay depth, balance, and lasting influence on the genre. Super Metroid, released in 1994 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, is a landmark action-adventure game developed by Nintendo. Set on the alien planet Zebes, the game follows Samus Aran as she searches for a stolen Metroid. The game features a vast, interconnected world that encourages exploration and discovery. One of Super Metroid's most notable aspects is its atmospheric design. The game uses music and sound effects to create a sense of isolation and tension. The visuals, while limited by the technology of the time, are richly detailed and enhance the game's eerie mood. The gameplay is another highlight. Players navigate through a labyrinth of rooms and tunnels, gaining new abilities and weapons that unlock previously inaccessible areas. This non-linear approach allows for a rewarding sense of progression. The boss battles are challenging and require strategy and skill to overcome. Overall, Super Metroid remains a timeless classic, celebrated for its deep exploration, atmospheric presentation, and innovative gameplay. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, 1997, is a landmark action-adventure game for the PlayStation that redefined the Metroidvania genre. Set in Dracula's eerie castle, the game features a richly detailed 2D world with non-linear exploration and deep RPG elements. Players control Alucard, Dracula's son, as he battles through the castle's labyrinthine corridors and encounters various monsters and bosses. The game's standout feature is its open-ended exploration, allowing players to backtrack and discover hidden areas as they acquire new abilities and items. The gameplay combines fast-paced combat with strategic use of weapons, magic, and equipment. Symphony of the Night is praised for its atmospheric design, hauntingly beautiful soundtrack, and innovative gameplay mechanics. It also introduced RPG elements such as leveling up and character customization, which were relatively new to the series at the time. Its influence is still felt in modern games, making it a classic in the action-adventure genre. Sonic the Hedgehog, released in 1991, is one of the most iconic games from the early days of gaming. Developed by Sega for the Genesis, it introduced players to the fast-paced adventures of Sonic, a blue hedgehog with super speed. The game's main objective is to stop the evil Dr. Robotnik from turning animals into robots. Sonic's gameplay stands out because of its speed. Levels are designed to push players to run as fast as possible while still avoiding traps and enemies. The vibrant graphics and catchy music made the experience even more enjoyable. One of the highlights of the game is the variety of zones. Each zone has a unique theme and layout. From the lush green hill zone to the lava-filled marble zone, every level feels fresh. The game also introduced Sonic's iconic rings, which act as both currency and protection from enemies. Sonic the Hedgehog laid the foundation for one of the most successful gaming franchises and remains a beloved classic. Half-Life, released in 1998 by Valve Corporation, is a groundbreaking first-person shooter that redefined the genre. Set in the Black Mesa Research Facility, players assume the role of Gordon Freeman, a theoretical physicist who must navigate through a facility overrun by alien creatures and government soldiers following a catastrophic experiment gone wrong. The game is renowned for its immersive storytelling, delivered seamlessly through gameplay rather than cutscenes, creating a continuous and engaging experience. Its realistic AI, which includes enemies that strategize and coordinate, adds depth to the combat encounters. The game also introduced innovative level design, featuring puzzles and platforming elements that require players to think creatively. Half-Life received critical acclaim for its compelling narrative, atmospheric design, and advanced graphics for its time. It has influenced countless games and spawned a dedicated fan base, modding community, and several successful sequels and spin-offs. The game's blend of action, story, and innovation solidified its place as a seminal title in video game history. Quake, 1996, is a groundbreaking first-person shooter developed by ID Software and released for PC. It marked a significant leap forward in gaming with its fully 3D engine, setting a new standard for graphics and design. Players navigate through eerie, labyrinthine levels filled with monsters and traps, using a variety of weapons to survive. The game's fast-paced, intense action is complemented by its atmospheric and darkly immersive environments. One of Quake's most notable features is its multiplayer mode, which became a cornerstone of online gaming. It introduced features like Deathmatch and Capture the Flag, and its modding community flourished, contributing to a vibrant ecosystem of custom maps and modifications. The game's technical achievements and design innovations had a lasting impact on the FPS genre, influencing many future titles. Quake remains a classic example of 90s gaming excellence, praised for its speed, creativity, and pioneering role in multiplayer gaming. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, 1998, is a groundbreaking action-adventure game developed by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64. It follows the story of Link, a young boy destined to save the land of Hyrule from the evil sorcerer Ganondorf. The game begins with Link's quest to obtain the mystical Ocarina of Time, which allows him to travel between different periods in time. The gameplay combines exploration, puzzle solving, and combat in a seamless 3D world, which was revolutionary at the time. Players navigate through various dungeons, each filled with intricate puzzles and challenging enemies, to collect powerful artifacts known as the spiritual stones and later the medallions. The rich and immersive narrative features memorable characters like Princess Zelda, the Great Deku Tree, and Sheik. Ocarina of Time received universal acclaim and is often cited as one of the greatest video games of all time. Its innovative gameplay mechanics, compelling story, and immersive world have left a lasting legacy in the gaming industry. Resident Evil, released in 1996, is a game that defined the survival horror genre. Players step into the shoes of Chris Redfield or Jill Valentine, two elite agents tasked with uncovering the mystery behind a series of bizarre events inside a mansion. The game's atmosphere is one of its strongest points. The eerie setting, coupled with haunting music and limited resources, creates an intense feeling of unease. It's not about constant action, but rather exploring, solving puzzles, and managing resources to survive. The fixed camera angles increase the suspense, making every turn feel dangerous. While the tank controls can be tricky to master, they add to the game's challenge. The story is filled with intrigue, secret laboratories, and terrifying monsters. It was groundbreaking in how it blended puzzle solving with survival in a horror environment. Even today, it remains an iconic title in gaming history, beloved by fans of the genre. Final Fantasy VII is a landmark RPG developed by Square for the PlayStation. It stands out as a true classic in the RPG genre. The game features an unforgettable story following Cloudstrife and his battle against the villain Sephiroth. Its rich narrative is packed with emotional moments, plot twists, and deep character development. The turn-based combat system is both engaging and strategic. Players can customize their characters using the Materia system, which offers a wide range of spells and abilities. This system adds depth to the gameplay, keeping it interesting throughout. One of the game's standout features is its use of CGI cutscenes and 3D graphics, which set new standards for visual presentation in gaming. Beyond its gameplay, Final Fantasy VII introduced many Western players to Japanese RPGs, becoming a cultural icon. It inspired several spin-offs, a movie, and a highly acclaimed remake in 2020. Metal Gear Solid, released in 1998, is a classic that stands the test of time. Developed by Konami and directed by Hideo Kojima, it revolutionized stealth games. Players step into the shoes of Solid Snake, a special forces operative tasked with thwarting a nuclear threat. The game combines intense stealth action with a gripping story full of twists and memorable characters. One of the standout features is its innovative stealth gameplay. You must avoid detection by enemies using a variety of tactics, from hiding in shadows to using noise to distract guards. The game also introduced cinematic storytelling in video games. Its cutscenes are film-like and help drive the narrative forward. The graphics, while dated by today's standards, were groundbreaking at the time. The soundtrack enhances the atmosphere, making every moment tense and engaging. Metal Gear Solid is a must-play for its innovative gameplay and rich storytelling. It remains influential and beloved by gamers worldwide. Prince of Persia, released in 1989, is a classic platformer that helped define the genre. The game's story follows the protagonist, an unnamed prince, as he embarks on a journey to rescue the princess from the evil vizier, Jafar. The game is known for its fluid animation and challenging gameplay, which stood out at the time. One of the game's standout features is its precise control system. Every jump and sword fight feels smooth thanks to the rotoscoping animation technique used to capture realistic movement. This was revolutionary for its time and gave players a more immersive experience. The gameplay itself is a mix of platforming and puzzle solving. You have to carefully time your jumps, avoid deadly traps, and engage in sword combat. The game's tight level design encourages trial and error as you progress through the dungeon. Even after more than 3 decades, Prince of Persia still holds up as a memorable and challenging experience. It paved the way for future action-adventure games, making it a must-play for fans of the genre. Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge 1991 is a classic point-and-click adventure game developed by Lucasfilm Games. Set in a whimsical pirate world, it follows the antics of Guybrush Threepwood, a bumbling but lovable pirate, as he searches for the legendary treasure of Big Whoop. This sequel to the original Monkey Island builds on its predecessor's humor and puzzle-solving gameplay, featuring a richly detailed world, clever dialogue, and engaging puzzles. The game is renowned for its sharp wit and memorable characters, including the ghostly pirate LeChuck, who returns as the primary antagonist. Players explore various locations, interact with quirky characters, and solve intricate puzzles that blend humor and challenge. With its charming pixel art and innovative design, LeChuck's Revenge remains a beloved title in the adventure genre, influencing many games that followed and cementing its place in gaming history. Its witty writing and creative gameplay continue to delight fans decades after its release. Diablo 1996, developed by Blizzard Entertainment, is a seminal action RPG that has left a lasting impact on the genre. Set in the dark, gothic world of Tristram, players descend into the depths of a dungeon infested with demons to confront the titular demon lord, Diablo. The game's randomly generated dungeon layouts and loot system keep each playthrough fresh and engaging, encouraging exploration and replayability. With its isometric view, point-and-click interface, and real-time combat, Diablo combines strategic depth with fast-paced action. Players can choose from distinct character classes like the warrior, rogue, and sorcerer, each with unique abilities and playstyles. The game's atmospheric soundtrack, haunting visuals, and immersive story create a compelling experience. This blend of innovation, addictive gameplay, and memorable dark fantasy setting has cemented Diablo as a classic in gaming history. Baldur's Gate 1998 is a classic RPG developed by BioWare and set in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. It features a rich narrative and strategic gameplay that captivated players upon its release. The game unfolds in the Forgotten Realms, where you create a character from various races and classes and embark on an epic quest to uncover the truth about your mysterious heritage. The gameplay focuses on tactical combat, where party management and strategic planning are crucial. Players explore a vast, detailed world filled with engaging quests, deep lore, and diverse characters. The game's open-ended nature allows for numerous choices and consequences, enhancing replayability. Baldur's Gate is renowned for its intricate story, which weaves together personal and epic narratives, and its memorable characters, like the iconic Minsk and Boo. The game's success helped define the CRPG genre and influenced many RPGs that followed, cementing its place in gaming history. Released in 1998, Starcraft is a landmark real-time strategy game developed by Blizzard Entertainment. Set in a distant future, the game unfolds in a three-faction interstellar conflict among the human Terrans, the insectoid Zerg, and the advanced Protoss. Known for its deep strategic gameplay, StarCraft allows players to command one of these factions, each with unique units and abilities, to achieve dominance over the galaxy. StarCraft excels with its balanced gameplay, encouraging players to develop different strategies based on their chosen race. The game features a rich single-player campaign with a compelling storyline and engaging missions that challenge tactical thinking. Its multiplayer mode brought competitive gaming to new heights, with players around the world battling in intense matches that require skill, strategy, and quick reflexes. The game's influence is immense, establishing the foundations for modern RTS games and maintaining a dedicated fan base. Its innovative design and strategic depth have solidified StarCraft as a classic in the gaming industry. System Shock 2, released in 1999, is a groundbreaking action RPG that blends elements of horror, sci-fi, and first-person shooting. Set aboard the starship Von Braun, players assume the role of a soldier waking up from cryosleep to find the ship overrun by a mysterious infection and rogue AI. The game is renowned for its tense atmosphere, deep narrative, and complex gameplay, which includes character customization, hacking, and psi abilities. System Shock 2 stands out for its immersive world-building, with every corner of the ship telling a story through logs, environments, and chilling encounters. The influence of its design is seen in later classics like BioShock and Deus Ex, especially in how it balances horror with RPG mechanics. The game's innovative blend of genres, coupled with its eerie soundtrack and challenging gameplay, has earned it a lasting legacy as one of the most influential and beloved titles in gaming history. Chrono Trigger, released in 1995 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, is a legendary RPG developed by Square Enix. The game was a groundbreaking collaboration between Hironobu Sakaguchi, Yuji Horii, and Akira Toriyama. The story follows a young hero named Chrono, who along with his friends travels through various time periods to prevent a global catastrophe. The game's narrative is rich and engaging, featuring memorable characters like Luca, Frog, and Marl, each with unique abilities and backstories. One of its standout features is the active time battle system, which adds real-time elements to the turn-based combat, keeping battles dynamic and engaging. Additionally, Chrono Trigger offers multiple endings based on the player's decisions, making it highly replayable. Its beautiful 16-bit graphics, captivating music, and intricate plot make Chrono Trigger a timeless classic, revered by fans and critics alike as one of the greatest games of all time. Tetris 1984 is a classic puzzle game originally developed by Alexei Pajitnov for the Electronica 60 computer. The game quickly gained popularity and was later ported to various platforms, becoming a global phenomenon. In Tetris, players manipulate falling blocks called tetrominos to create complete horizontal lines on the game board, which then disappear. The objective is to clear as many lines as possible before the screen fills up with blocks. The game is renowned for its simple yet addictive gameplay, challenging players to think quickly and strategically as the tetrominos fall at increasing speeds. Tetris design emphasizes pattern recognition and spatial awareness, making it both mentally stimulating and highly engaging. Tetris' widespread appeal led to its availability on numerous platforms, including the Game Boy, which played a crucial role in the handheld console's success. Tetris remains one of the most influential and enduring video games ever, celebrated for its timeless gameplay and universal appeal. And that wraps up our trip through the best video games before the year 2000. From the pixelated adventures that defined our childhoods to the groundbreaking innovations that set the stage for today's gaming experiences, these classics have earned their place in gaming history. These games remind us of a time when simplicity and creativity were at the heart of every pixel and plot twist. They not only entertained us, but also inspired generations of developers and players alike. Which of these pre-2000 games holds a special place in your heart? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this nostalgic journey, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more gaming content. And remember to ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep gaming.